Everyone, I want to thank you very much for joining us here at Love and Life Ministry at 4 West 43rd Street. And we're beginning here once again for the second time, second cycle for the 10-week period is discussion on the Leadership Unplugged. And it's my great joy to be here again with you. All of you are listening and watching. And the group here is beginning. We have some people. Rebecca is one of the girls who's normally here with us tonight. Her mother is expecting any moment, so she will not be with us tonight. So Rebecca, we wish our best to you and your mommy. And tonight we're going to be started. This is the small group, which is primarily focused upon dialogue and growth. So I'd like to, first of all, introductions of everyone here at this table right now, so that you can, who are watching, can also appreciate the commitment of the people here in this group. To my left here, go ahead, please.
¿Puedo hablar en español?
Como quiera.
Okay. Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Jaime, yo soy de Ecuador y tengo 30 años. Y escuché este grupo y me interesé mucho para aprender y cómo ser un líder en nuestra comunidad y muchos en nuestro barrio también.
John, my name is John. I was here last time, and I'm glad to be here again. I hope this time we can discover many other things that we couldn't cover last time.
Hello, my name is Michael Martinez. I am from Mexico. This is my first time here, and this looks very interesting. Can't wait.
Hi, my name is Jorge Cuello Espinosa. I'm 19 years old. I'm a student at Berkeley College. I also work for the Mayor's Office to combat domestic violence. This is my second time being here with the cycle with Mr. Galvan. Very happy to be here. I love leadership, and I want to get this going. So let's begin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. My name is Esteban Galvan, and I'm also the facilitator of our small group here with Love and Life Ministry. And I'm also a professor, a full-time professor at Boricua College, faculty and facilitator. Let's begin. First of all, tonight, reminding ourselves that the Love and Life Ministry here at 4 West 43rd Street has many activities. This is only one of the many activities that's here at 4 West 43rd Street. Small groups. Why small group? Everybody needs and wants and is looking to develop a small group. So that's what we set ourselves out here, putting ourselves here on the front line, so we can be, Lord, like a leading example or a practice of small group. And that is, we're not a small group yet, but we're individuals coming together, and in a period of time we can develop a group awareness. What we want to do is to develop our understanding, our intellectual growth, our spiritual strength, also our sociable manners of listening to others and inquiring more about what someone values, and also learning more about issues that relate to the community needs. So tonight I just want to share that there's basically 4 principles here in the Love and Life Ministry. Reverend In Moon, she's the director, national pastor of Love and Life Ministry, and she really is encouraging us. We're not paying rent to use this place, would you believe it? Right here, 4 West 43rd Street. Where can you find a beautiful place where you can hold a small group meeting on a Thursday evening for 1 full hour without taking something out of your pocket, only with the vision of someone who really wants us to give something to the community back. And that is the 4 points here, is that we inspire. We can also then ourselves empower, we can connect and contribute. So in other words, those underlying principles will be surfacing during our discussion, where we can really feel like, wow, I feel more motivated. I want to come here. Nobody's paying anybody here. Did you get paid here to come tonight for us? Not in Bago, huh? Okay, so also that we can be able to connect, and we can also empower. Nobody gives anybody power here, but when you participate, you feel more empowerment. It comes back to you. Whatever you give comes back to you now that you bring to this table. Okay? What are you doing in your life right now? Because during this time, we need to get to know each other. You ain't going to share nothing with me and with anybody else in this group if you don't feel that people here have something in common. We got to get to know each other.
Being a peer educator for the Mayor's Office to combat domestic violence, I've been working for the mayor's office for a year and a half now, and we do workshops with all kind of age groups from 12 years old to even parents, young adults, high school people. And so I've had the privilege and the blessing to have this job that has helped me become more of has broadened my horizons of how to treat people, how to, like you're doing now, facilitate workshops and things like that. So it's basically what I do, you know, I'm a peer educator. This is what I think I bring to the table.
Very good, thank you.
For me, I have some of the similar experience as him, but mine is not as great as his because I only did this at high school for like a certain amount of time. And yes, I also I have experience talking to people in crowded rooms and teenagers when I was a teenager at my age, and discussing topics that like they were not normally comfortable with. So I am already like I'm good. I have no problem sharing my ideas and thoughts, and these are mine. And you know, if somebody brings something better to the table, I will accept it if it's well argued.
En parte de mi familia casi siempre he estado como que enfocado a sacarlo adelante mi familia, pero si yo puedo aprender más como la oportunidad que me están dando aquí, como aprender, cómo poner en práctica para yo enseñar mejor porque yo pienso regresar a mi país, ¿no? Entonces quiero hacer como una comunidad más fuerte porque ahí la educación y todo eso es un poquito medio bajo. Si yo puedo contribuir con eso, entonces eso es lo que me trae para acá.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You consider
Okay, now let's go on to, now let's establish what we would like to begin. Thank you, each and every one of you. Myself, honestly, I'm committed here to the vision that Reverend Injin also, Moon has also shared with us, and that is for the growth and development in all aspects, socially, economically, politically, socially, internationally, human rights, you name it, so we can see a better human race. So I'm here and I'm committed, and I'm thanking each and every one of you for following that same kind of vision. Okay, so yeah, it's one of you posible. All right, so now any and every group, small group, starts out from the bottom. We set our own rules. Let's set some rules. Okay, just anything in our group. What would you see as being workable for our group to be effective? Maybe you have some ideas. Let's bring those up now so we can agree upon those rules right now, and so we can really follow those rules that would help our group be more effective.
I think one thing, as we share our opinions, to not be to be open-minded about what other people say, to what respond to you. So maybe you say something, bring something to the table, and if someone disagrees with you, don't get angry about it.
Okay.
Of course, you can get passionate. You can talk. That's good, passion. But I'd like for us not to foster anger.
Okay. So let's say a rule would be not to be personal. You can get passionate, but not personal, and we not then go over emotional, extremely emotional and angry. I'd like to say that one of the rules I would say is that we don't physically touch one another. Because, I mean, it's like,
That my ideas sometimes, like, people come up to exception when I bring out a point. If he's not A, then he must be B. I do not see the world that way. Not everything is black and white. There's always, another choice, another answer. There's always A. There's always C, D, and D. I mean, people need to stop thinking of like that person, doesn't like blue, so he must like red, and that's it.
Beautiful.
No.
You made a very good point, very clear. In other words, there's not, in our discussion here, we're not looking for right and wrong. Two of you can have a different point of view about the same subject matter, and we want to respect your point of view.
If you really want to help somebody, and if you, from your heart, you have some criticism, I think that's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, oh, I know this person is having this misunderstanding, and just let him go for the sake of.
Right.
I think we can help one another in growing.
Very good point. So your point being here would be that you're not trying to change each other, and your point being is that you can still have your point of view in the spirit of helping someone else, and not backing down or changing or forsaking your own value, okay?
Yeah.
So you can keep the value, agree. So
Agree.
Are you all agree with
Agree.
Okay, now, any more, anybody?
Bueno, yo diría que en mi caso no, que soy un poquito medio penoso o vergonzoso cuando pues digo algo y se ríen o me confundo, o sea, como hacer mofa de lo que alguien diga, entonces eso no me gustaría.
Okay, so we won't have any kind of, nobody's going to laugh at nobody, nobody's going to make any jokes or anything. You're perfectly, that's a law we don't do. We don't ridicule, laugh at somebody, okay? You said that? Come on, are you serious? You believe that? No, none of that,
All right.
okay? So another one is no food. Is that all right? No food in this. It's okay to bring a drink or something like that. Not alcoholics, but is that okay with everybody?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, and the Love and Life Ministry, I want to go quickly over those to get to know each other personally. One.
All right.
Two is to experience the joy that comes through sharing about the principles of love and growing together. Three, also to express ourselves in the group. And finally, also to feel ownership. This is your group. This is our group. It's not mine. It's not one of you, but it's ours, our group. And then also to be held accountable for the group. And that would mean that, in other words, is that we don't distance ourselves and try to find out how can I make a contribution to what we're talking about, instead of waiting until we talk about something that's more interesting to us, but really feel to make this group a group type of ownership and accountability. Put into practice the fundamentals of our faith, to inspire one another and also to care for one another and to share real love and the word with one another, and also to encourage one another to become contributors to Loving Life Ministry. Is that all right with you? Those are purposes? So small group basically then would be for us to grow in our nature of all of us being leadership. And I'm going to leave with you. I'm going to right now pass to you is an article by Howard Kleinbell Jr. on small groups. He calls them growth groups. Let me move up here underneath the top paragraph. Says the key to any group's ability to release the people dynamic is the nature and quality of its leadership. That's us. That's you. On the bottom are the growth leadership functions. What does the leader do to facilitate growth in a group? I, being the facilitator, I want you to really be confident and understanding about this. One, he or she assembles and launches the group, all right, as we've done. Two, by example, he or she teaches growth, awakening, relating. All right, next. Third, the facilitator facilitates development of group identity, as we've been doing tonight. Number 4, the facilitator maintains awareness of both the individual and the group organism. Number 5, the facilitator focuses on releasing the unused potentialities of individuals and the group, thus encouraging group members to do the same. And number 6, the facilitator encourages the group to employ the growth formula, caring plus confrontation. As some of you have said, we'll agree and sometimes we'll disagree, right? in all good spirit, in healthy environment. 7, the leader offers tools for enhancing communication and practicing deeper relating. So sometimes I'll intervene. It may not be easy for you to accept, but only if you can trust in me, and we can build that trust so we can understand it's only for the purpose of the whole. And 8, the facilitator helps individuals who need further support or involvement. Okay, so I just want to leave this with you, and that you can understand that my feeling is very much is that nobody here is better than anybody, but that we're here together to make this a good group. And basically, the principle here these people are doing what they're say they're going to do. Okay? So let us say that today is the foundation day. Okay? What we started out to do already, I'll just go back. We introduced ourselves. I made an introduction to the organization here, explained a little bit of the background, the 4 underlying principles, factors toward helping the group so we can understand why we're coming together. And then also a little bit more, I backtracked and asked you to say something about how you came here and your input. And then also next we did, as you recall, we did the rules, so we could set the rules, so we could go by the rules, right?
Okay.
And then if, then the next week we have additional people coming, that's fine, in 2 weeks. Okay? At this point, I'd like to do is, I'd like to begin. That we can discuss. You to engage in this exercise. That's one of the things that we assume that when you come here, we're going to give it our best. Okay? And I thank you very much. So, this is for you.
Okay.
Okay? This is for you. Okay? Okay. Exercise of action reflection. In a small group, awareness is a major factor. Awareness of life, my purpose, and exactly where is society going? Where is the world going? Where's the world at now? I've given to you an exercise. Each one of you has an exercise. Not one of them is the same. So I'm going to ask when you're ready right now, and I get you to get yourself ready to respond to what the directions are. And if you can tell us too, and show to people here in the group what that exercise tells you to do, and ask you to right answer. We're not looking for right answers. If you're going to look at what I gave you, this is not an exercise of school. We're not going to school where I'm trying to quiz you and give you, but in our small group, we want to discuss multiple options in critical thinking, reflection, and awareness.
I'll read my situation.
By the way, my name is Esteban. I'm not sir. So
okay.
There's no, there's no mayordomo in this group.
Okay.
So there's no
Esteban.
There's no jefe. Okay.
Bien. Entonces, I'll read my situation, my scenario. In the middle of an exciting movie, someone's cell phone goes off once, twice, and a third time. What are you going to do? Why or why not? What are the issues involved? So, I think...
Can you show us
sure.
your flyer? None of us have seen that flyer, okay? Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
Then while he's responding, you can respond. We're going to discuss together your view after he's initiating discussion. He's starting discussion.
Armed with a knife, and you are armed. You are bearing a gun. What are you apt to do at this moment of decision? Why and why not? What kind of values are you displaying in your choice of actions?
Okay, can you show us what you have? Okay. All right. Tell us.
For me, I don't know, based on where I grew up in Mexico, my grandparents raised me, and my grandfather is a very aggressive man. He always taught us to defend ourselves. If you're attacked, you have to stand up for yourself. You cannot show weakness, because if not, it's just going to keep happening over and over again. So based on that mindset, I cannot just stand down, defenseless. Not only that, but the thought, like, he has a knife, he is willing to hurt me. I have family, I think of my family, my loved ones, and this person who's trying to come between me and my loved ones. So I would defend myself, either, show him the gun because I have the greater, guns usually means, greater power, and try to stop him. If not, I have to, use it. But, yeah.
So when you use it, what would you do with it?
Aim at the party of parts, large parts. Everybody says aim here. I wouldn't aim at the arm or leg because I don't know if I'm not trained using a gun. You know, you go where you know you're not gonna miss. So yeah, when it's the flight and what's it called, flight moment.
Yeah, fight and flight.
Flight, I'll choose flight. Fight. Sorry.
Flight.
You know.
Okay. Response.
You know, one thing, like, as far as like self-defense, you know, in that situation, I mean, since you're in a closet, right? Closed room, you know, and that person coming to you and it's really spontaneous. I don't think there's so much time to think, you know. So like the first human reaction I would do is also to point the gun, but I would not fire it. I think I will point it at the person to the point of making him or her believe that I'm going to hurt them if they do whatever they do. But in my heart, I can't fire the gun, you know. Unless the person ends up actually, you know, coming to me and attacking me. If they're just like threatening me, then I'll also threaten them. But I wouldn't go to the point of attacking back.
What would it take for you to finally take action? I mean, what you going to do?
With my gun?
Run in a circle? What are you going to do? I mean,
you know, it's a good question, Esteban. I would, you know, I'd have to use reflex. I can't rely so much on reflex because then something can go wrong. You know, I can't just think that I'm a perfect like martial art and I know exactly when to shoot. You know, so I mean, I would give the person time. If you don't stop in 1 minute, you know, or 30 seconds, because that's a quick time, then I would have to shoot the weapon.
Well, you would talk to the person.
I would definitely talk to them.
You would talk to them.
I would definitely talk to them.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I guess I'm a little aggressive because I wouldn't hesitate to, you know, shoot. Mostly because, you know, he is coming to my home. He has a weapon. In his mind, he has the intention of hurting me, or he thought about it.
I read this.
To protect the people who were there and myself. So if someone tried to enter the base, once they reach certain limit, if they cross certain limit, I have to shoot the gun. If you're skillful in shooting a gun, you can probably shoot in one of the members, right? Arms or legs. But if you don't know how to shoot a gun, you just have to.
Well, which do you know how to do?
If I'm in the closet,
you're in the room, John, with this fellow, this person or a woman attacking you. I'll first let her know that I'm willing to shoot. If she or he doesn't drop the knife. Okay. If she continues to threaten me with a knife, I'll shoot to the air. And if she doesn't change, I'll shoot one of the numbers. I hope you know how many bullets you have.
If I only have one bullet, I have no choice but to
shoot one in the air. You see the different points of view and the experience, which experience teaches us to have a certain reaction, a certain way. Okay, go ahead.
Bueno, actually, yo ya pasé por una situación casi parecida con esto y lo que mi reacción sin pensar que si disparo en el aire a ver si corre o algo así, ¿no? Fue empujarlo, y como él pensó que yo me iba a quedar, o que el ladrón piensa que, o el que te va a hacer daño porque piensa que tú te vas a asustar, pero no piensa la reacción que tú tienes. Pero hay ocasiones que, claro, que el ladrón con un cuchillo o algo, ya tú te asustaste, te paniqueaste y ahí quedaste. Pero en mi caso no, en mi caso es...
Sí, en tu caso, si estás atrapado en un cuarto cerrado con persona, ¿qué va a hacer? ¿Qué tú vas a hacer?
Enseguida, como ya me pasó, le digo, enseguida o le disparo yo no veo que si es pierna o mano.
And it says here, let's say you are riding a bicycle and you begin to fall to the left. Then in order not to fall, you must turn the wheel to the blank. Quick, you have to answer quick. So when I read this, my first inclination is to turn the wheel to the right, to the opposite side, folding. So, but I don't know if you don't have experience riding a bicycle, maybe you have to think twice. But if you do it naturally because you rode a bicycle many times, your answer should be right.
I think it's an interesting scenario because why are they asking you would steer to the blank? I mean,
Una bicicleta. Estando viendo mi reacción, dependiendo en qué situación que sea, yo lo que hago es para el lado contrario que voy a caer. Porque aunque caiga para allá, pero por lo menos lo intenté contra.
It feels like I felt your.
Yeah, it's a horrible decision that everybody has to make. Anybody that who's capable of leaving all this, who not sure what they will do, but has tremendous courage.
3, a group studied happiness and wealth and found that there were in 95 nations, out of the 95 nations, there were 2 countries that were happy. And those 2 countries is Puerto Rico and Mexico. In their findings, those countries that were well-to-do and rich were less happy. But they come out, the finding was that in these 2 countries, in Mexico and in Puerto Rico, was happiness. Here, because tonight we want to finish up, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Tremendous conversation we shared. I want to thank each and every one of you. We only just right now touched the tip of the iceberg, and I want to thank you because this makes it very, very interesting and very exciting and very fun. Thank you and coming together here on West 43rd Street, Loving Life Ministry, small groups, Leadership Unplugged, and I want to encourage you to come next week. Remember what I said before, is that right now, it only takes a spark to get a fire going. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight, and we can all together wave goodbye tonight to everyone listening. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
very good.